way to cut. What did I just say? Hi guys, welcome back. It's me, Drew, and today's video I have for you is the first in a series we're doing called Back to Basics. And the first thing that we're going back to basics on is brows. Yes, I don't know why I'm being so cheesy. That was cheesy. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. If you're new to this channel, we do weird things over here. Just gonna keep it real. So I know I've done brow videos in the past, but I have realized I have a lot of new subscribers on my channel right now, and I have heard from a lot of you, you're like, I am new to the makeup game, and I really just want to learn, like basic things. So we're going back to basics. I am not a professional makeup artist. I am self-taught. I would never call myself a professional makeup artist unless I've actually gone to school and completed that, just because I feel like if someone's actually done the work and they have the certification, they're called a makeup artist. I am just a makeup enthusiast, and this is what I've learned on my journey. So there's always been people better than me. I am not the best out there. So let's just get all that cleared up before you get in the comments. You're like, girl, okay, I already know. I know who I am, and I'm okay with it. This is just because y'all been asking. And also, if there's a back to basics video you want me to do in the series, make sure you comment below, and so maybe the next one will be one that you requested. Anyways, also, there is still a giveaway going on my YouTube channel until September 14th, 2016 at midnight. Trying to say the actual date just because I don't know when someone's actually going to see this video. I will link that below. You can still have time to enter. I'm giving away a $50 Sephora gift card, Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette, and a whole bunch of other goodies that you are not going to want to miss out on. So check it out. Anyway, so let's talk about your brows. Okay, so eyebrows, they're like the new, they're the Kardashians of makeup right now. Let's just be real. They are the thing that everybody is always talking about. Either people love them or they hate them or they don't know what to do with them. And I figured what better way to what did I just say? What better way to kick off this series than doing a brow tutorial, but one that is basic. And not like you're gonna look basic, but that it's so easy to do. Okay, so first off, let's do a little bit of educational about how brows, I mean, they're on your face, but a couple of things about how to get to doing your brows on your own, and then we'll go, a little deeper. Also, I do wax my own eyebrows. I'm not doing that in this video. Obviously, I'm full faced up right now, but also I'm just scared to death to wax on camera. I'm just gonna keep that up front. So first of all, when you're doing your brows, you're probably like, what do I do first? So the first thing I recommend you do if you are just starting out with brows, especially if you're even thinking about starting to wax your own brows, whatever, or even if you just use a tweezers, one thing I actually recommend is going to a place to have your brows professionally waxed, at least the first time, because they're gonna help you develop the brow shape, which is the baseline, like so, that you will fill in to have that super bomb brow that you always wanted. Now, this took me some time. I've been growing these babies out because look, there was a period where there was nothing, because I'm too cheap to get them waxed professionally, and I just was not ready. But I feel like I've done better. We're okay right now. I don't know what next time's gonna look like. Next time I might be bald. But you know what? Today we got brows on, so we can do a video. Okay. Now that we've gone successfully, completely off track. So, I actually recommend you going somewhere. Ulta actually has a really good, usually brow techs on that can wax you. They also usually have Benefit sections that do it, and Benefit is one of the brow champions of the makeup industry right now. And I know it costs money, but it's basically an investment up front. I'm not saying you need to do that every single time, because I don't even get my brows professionally waxed every time. I did my initial time, but when I was trying to figure out my brows, but I don't do that regularly. So I just think to get the groundwork laid, so you at least have a really good shape to start with, because having a nice shape to start with makes brows so much easier. And then the next thing I recommend doing is going to a store like an Ulta or Sephora, wherever you feel comfortable, and picking out a brow product that works for you. And also, when you do pick out a brow product, you want to match your actual eyebrows, not your hair tone. As you can see, my hair color is a bit brighter than my brows. So unless you actually get your brows professionally colored or bleached, which, hey, you know what, if you do, go ahead, girl. Okay, but otherwise, you want to match your actual brow color, not your hair color. Okay, So now that's all been down, there's a few different kind of products you can get for brows. So you can get something like this. This is like a brow pomade, and basically, and this is actually kind of old, so I'm sorry, it's not like super attractive. This is something that you would use with an actual like angle tip brush. Usually you can even just get like an angle tip eyeliner brush, and you would put a little on your brush, and basically you would like sweepingly fill this in, okay? Now, this is a method that a lot of people use. There's nothing wrong with this method, but this method sometimes can get a little bit tricky, honestly. Like, that's what I feel anyways. I feel like sometimes this method can be a little bit tricky and confusing to fill in. Another thing people do is they get like the cream gel. Like Benefit has amazing products. Like they have this cream gel and it comes with an actual brush and it's amazing. And the nice thing about using like a gel product or like a brow gel is that it actually like usually holds them like stuck in place all day. So you don't have to worry about anything moving, which is amazing. And also you can get things like called like brow powder. And this is something that I actually got in my Beautycon box. So I actually really like this. It's a brow powder and actually comes with a really nice little brush here. Well, not a brush, like an applicator, sorry. And this is something you can kind of use to fill in too. My problem with brow powders is the fallout. Like for instance today, I usually actually do my brows first before everything else, just because like I was so not confident in my brow skills for a long time that I was like, if I screw up, ain't nobody gonna know. So today's gonna be a real special moment today. But here's what I recommend if you wanna do just the basics of brows and you really just wanna like get your life when it comes to eyebrows. I recommend you just get one tool for your home, whatever you got going on for your makeup brow routine. Just basics, okay? Get a brow pencil, okay? This is my personal favorite. This is the Brow Definer from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It has the triangle tip on it, which makes it really easy to fill in at all different angles. And it also has a spoolie on the end so you can just brush those babies out. Now, why do I say a brow pencil over those other great tools? Because in my experience of brows, personally, I've noticed that a brow pencil just works so much better. It's easier to manage, easier to fill in. You hold it like an actual pencil, so you have more control over it. It's just something about when you involve brushes, powders, and gels and everything else, sometimes it can get a little bit messy. And I am not hating on you if that's what you do. Please, I use these products at times too. Sometimes when I want to do a little more dramatic or a highlighted look, whatever, go for it. This is just for learning the basics of brows. I really want to make that point home so you understand that if that's what you do, like, more power to you, baby, because you know what? If I could rock that all the time, I would too. But especially when I'm in a rush, my go-to. Okay, so let's get started in the actual like brow section of this video. Get a little creepily close to y'all. Oh, get closer, come on. Okay, so the first thing I do when I'm trying to do my brows, and like I said, this is weird because usually I've already like done my brows before everything else, but I didn't want to, I don't know, I just didn't, whatever. So the first thing I do is I brush them out and upward. And another thing is if you're brushing them up and outward, and let's say you had your brows waxed and you're like, I'm not due for a wax recently, and you've got some hairs that seem to be like sticking up or curling over, you can always get a little manicure scissors, or they actually sell brow like scissors, and you would just hold the brow, like push the brows up, and then any overlying hairs, you could just snip those. Okay, that's just a little extra. Extra. So this brow pencil, okay, like I said, I love it. I use the shade Chocolate for my tone of skin and our hair color, whatever. And like I said, it is an angle tip brush. And the reason why the angle is important is because at parts where you want it to be a little more thick, you can fill it in. When you want it to be a little more thin or straight edge, yes. And the other thing I love about this product is it is really creamy, but it is so easy to fix because I really do jack my brows all the time. And most of the times I can just like take my finger and like smudge it, which might even happen today. So you never know. And it is totally fixed. Okay, now that I've been so creepily close to you for this whole length of time, let's get to filling in. I'm only gonna fill in one brow on camera, then I'm gonna do the other one, then we'll like finish this up, okay? So the first thing I do when I'm filling in my brows, and this is just me, and this is what works for me, I start at the bottom towards the inside, which I'm trying to see on camera, and that is right here. And basically, I just do a light sweeping line, nothing defined. I know a lot of people, they will do a really deep line and then bring it down. This is what I do for the most like natural, but like bomb looking brows. Hopefully you guys actually like my brows in the first place, although you're like, this is a dupe. So like I said, take a light sweeping motion and bring it down to where it starts to thin out and like arc, okay? So like so. And then, oh, it went inside. Just kidding, guys. The next thing is when you get to this little arc here, sometimes you may not have your hair fully filled in yet, which has happened to me plenty of times. So then I will kind of make a little bit of a deeper line right here. And then I just trace that down to the end of the line here. I hope this is really making sense here. Okay, and a lot of times other people, they'll take it and then they will like crease all the way on the top as well. Actually, what I do from here is I start lightly feathering in the blank spaces of my brows. So like, you know, Taylor Swift's like, she's got a blank space. I have blank brows. And I basically just do a light feathering motion, okay? Like so. All through like the inside of my brow area here, okay? And then what you can do is you can look back and be like, okay, how's that looking? And then you can take the brush and brush it. And notice how even with the brush, it actually kind of fills them in a little bit more. And so now when we get to this arch here, this is where I do kind of go over the top and arch it, okay? So like so. I create a little line here, like a lightly arced line, and then a line kind of on the outside, okay? Like I said, I don't go over the whole top of the brow, just on the arc here because I really want that defined, specifically for my brow shape. So this will change a little bit depending on what you and a brow architect decide are the best shape for your face and your brows, okay? And so basically I do that little line here, and then I take this and I bring it down to create kind of like a little tail almost. And then I just fill in. So keep on filling. Which is really hard to do on camera, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm doing this directly to the camera. Okay, so now that we've got like a really good baseline of brows set up, I'm gonna brush it through one more time. Okay, and so now we need to do this front section. So there's kind of two ways you can do the front section. You can do it the way where you kind of create a little like half semicircle here and then have it fade back. I personally like to do the line where basically I take this and I turn it so that the thick side is towards the top, and I do a little line going down like this, and then I kind of take it again but like sweep it this way in a sweeping motion going back like so into my brows. Into my brows is where I'm going. I think I'm actually messing up right now. I can't actually tell. This is so hard to do on camera. Okay, so for the most part, these are good, but I do need to clean it up a little bit because I kind of went a little bit too intense right here. I can't use my fingers properly. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna take my finger and I'm just gonna wipe it away. And notice how it's like already gone. And then I'm gonna wipe a little bit right here just to soften this edge a tiny bit right on the edge here. Okay, and so now the only thing I'm gonna do left is I'm gonna go back here underneath because you can see there's just like a little piece missing right here. I'm gonna fill that in. Like so, I feel like I'm doing surgery. Dr. Drew coming at you in the operating room. Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I had to go off camera for a second. I just wanted to make sure that actually looked, you know, filled in, because it really is hard to see when you're up close like that. So yeah, that is one brow, and honestly it went longer just because I was doing it up close. As you can see, it really didn't take that long and it really wasn't that hard. So like I said, light sweeping motions. Don't do hard pressed lines. When you do hard pressed lines, you're setting yourself up for some possible brow negativity. And another thing you can do if you just want to set your brows off, especially if you're into super natural looks like me, I'm just kidding. Sorry. It's inside joke over here, y'all, that you can always take a little bit of highlighter, especially the one you're wearing that day, on a fluffy brush and pop a little bit on the brow bone. And then it just gives it the little like pièce de résistance. And you're like, boom, I got brows. Bam. So let me finish my other brow and then we will come and chat for just a little bit. Okay, so we are all filled in. I hope that this was so, okay, why am I so close? Back up, like, what's wrong with me? I really hope this was easy and understandable for you guys. I really wanted this to just be a really nice basic tutorial. Like I said, you can use as many brow products as your heart desires, but honestly, almost every day, this is all I use for my brows, is this. The main thing, like I said, is lay the base work, get your brows properly waxed somewhere, just to start out, to make sure you have the brow shape that you want that is gonna perfectly frame your face, and make sure you go somewhere that somebody knows what they're doing, not just to anybody. You know, it may cost a little bit more, but I'm telling you, it kind of will be worth it in the long run. And then get a brow product to fill in that you feel most comfortable with. For me, like I said, brow pencils, you don't have to use this brand. I will say though, getting a brow product with any kind of angle tips, even if you're gonna use, you know, something that is more like this product, which is like the brow pomade, something that you can use an angle tip with is just so much better because you can easily feather in and fill in. Okay, so that is all I have for you guys today. But if you want to see more photos of me, you can check me out on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Just Like Drew, spelled the same way it is down below. And if you're not already and you want to be a part of the Just Like Drew crew, make sure you click the red subscribe button and join our forever family, because we're like literally the best crew around, because anybody and everybody can be in our crew. And I want to tell you guys real quick also, you guys have blown me away by all of your comments and responses on the giveaway video. I absolutely have been reading them and loving them. The only reason I have not personally responded at this point is because it gets really confusing when if I respond to comments, it'll show like double the amount of comments, and it makes it really hard when I'm actually trying to, you know, put together like all the names to draw somebody out to win. That's the only reason why I haven't responded yet. I actually plan to personally respond to them, you know, as soon as the giveaway is actually done. So that's all I want to say. So please don't think at all that like I'm not reading them or loving you guys back for the comments and things you've been saying. It's literally just out of the fact that I can't mentally handle all of the comments with my comments involved is the only reason why I haven't responded. But I want you guys to know how much I love you, and I get all emotional. I don't want to do that. So anyways, if you like this video and you want to see more from me, you know what to do. Just like Drew. Have an amazing day, have an amazing week, have an amazing life. Go into the giveaway, there's still time, and go get your brow life on, because girl, you gonna be a flick. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye. Bye. Seriously, love you guys like so freaking much. You have no idea. All right, bye. Lash compared to that lash. So this stuff may be really unpleasant smelling, but it really does